Good day to all of you. Today I am going to discuss the 2018 O-level paper, um, and as this is the second part, uh, before going to the second part, if you are not watched the first video, it is better that you watch it. So let's discuss from the second question of the uh, 2018 paper. This is the second question. People who work. People who work with computers for long period, they may occur these health issues. The health issues are shown in the table and the possible reasons and the possible solutions also given. What you have to do is match them. The first the first health issue is carpal tunnel syndrome, where the pain in the wrist. When you keep your hand in a wrong manner, the carpal tunnel syndrome occurs, that is a pain in the wrist. The second one, computer vision syndrome, B, and the third one shows muscular disorder. For the first carpal tunnel syndrome A, the reason for that is H, that is painful compression of a nerve as it passes across the front of the wrist. And what are the possible solutions? In the for the one solution is S, that is avoiding bending the wrist and keeping the arms, wrist and fingers aligned when typing. You have to keep the hand aligned with when typing. And in the marking scheme, they have given not only S but this Q, R, S, T, U, all the answers as the possible solutions. Next, move to the part B, computer vision syndrome. This is a kind of a eye pain. The possible reason is looking at the computer screen for prolonged period. What are the possible solutions? The possible solution, rest the eye muscle by looking up and starting for a moment at object in a distance. And also not only P but R, V and W are the possible solutions for this computer vision syndrome. In the marking scheme, PRVW has given as the answer. For the C, musculoskeletal disorder. What is the possible reason for that? It is poor posture or an non-ergonomically designed workspace. That means the working space has not been designed properly in the ergonomical manner. Ergonomical is, what is ergonomical? It is that it is the correct way of a working space. When you design a workplace ergonomically, the workplace should be designed in the correct manner. So next move to the what is the possible solution? Possible solution is stand up and stretch back the Stretch the back, arm, fingers frequently. And R. Take regular short breaks from a repetitive task. Let's next move to the second part. Uh, for each of the issues AD, identify the relevant terms from the list and write down the terms against each relevant label. First one, A. A person receiving an email that appears to have come from a well-known organization and asking for personal information such as the credit card numbers, the username, and the password of the person's online banking facilities. So it is stealing of information. What is the technical word we use? It is phishing. Phishing. It is phishing. B. The practice of taking someone else's work and publishing them off as one's own. Your practice of taking someone else's work and publishing them. So it is called plagiarism. It is the answer. Plagiarism is the answer. C. A person having unauthorized access to a computer network and accessing personal information such as name and address of customer. It is hacking. It is hacking. A person stealing unauthorized copies of licensed software at 5% of original price. So you can take the software in at 5% of an original file. It is piracy. It is piracy. Uh, it is very important to learn this lesson because um, in the O-level exam, there will be a question like this, and it is very easy to write the questions. Um, uh, by studying this, you can straightforwardly write the answers. So don't uh, hesitate to select question like this. So be prepared to question like this. So next, let's move to the second part. That is the third question. The HTML question is given. You can see the a part of the HTML page, and here the codings. Here the coding. Here the codings. One, it located and tips for a healthy life. Tips for a healthy life. When you see what happened, it is italics. So the answer you have to select from the blanks. It is I. Uh, number two. Number two. The coding shows IMG. So IMG and blank. It is 3. So you know when I'm inserting an image, the uh, the tag is IMG SRC. Uh, IMG SRC. For third part, the answer should be SRC. Sorry, I missed the second. The second is where the you can see that it is centered. So number 2 is center. Number 2 is center. Number 3 is SRC. Number 4. Number 4, it is See how it happens? Number 4, you can see there. And here it is comes before the health line. So it is ALT. It comes before the health line. So it is ALT. Number 5. Number 5. It comes before the eat a variety of foods from each of following 5 food groups every day. And in the slide, you can see a bullet there. So it is not a number, but it is a bulletin. So it is called unordered list. Unordered list. So unordered list, we write it as UL. Number 5 answer is UL. Number 6. Number 6 is a table. Number 6 is a table. Number 7. It is A. It is A. Number 8. You can see a sub. You can see a sub. So it is very much better to learn HTML codes, and time by time the examiner will every day there will be HTML question, and be prepared to that. For the next question, you can see the second, the Roman number second. Use the following list of terms in answering questions A and B. There are lists of terms: DNS server, domain name, and FTP IP address, mail server, path to resource, protocol, resource, SMTP, spam mail, streaming server, top level domain, uniform resource locator, that is URL, and web server and World Wide Web. Here you have given a URL. Here you have given a URL. You have to type a web browser in URL in web browser to load a web page. So here you can see a URL. So what is what is Q? www. It is World Wide Web. R. R. This is domain name. This is domain name. And at the end of the domain name, here gov.lk. The S is only shown as LK. So LK is top level domain. LK is top level domain. T. T is path to resource. This is, you can see the path. This is the path to load the chapter 1 PDF. So T is the path to resource. U. U is the resource. U is the resource. And V. V is the whole URL. It is called URL, or Uniform Resource Locator. URL. B part, match the description of given in A to D with the correct terms from the list given above, and write down the relevant terms. Here you can give, you has given A, B, C, D, and you have to find them. The deliver web pages to client using HTTP. Yes, it is done by web server. Deliver web pages to client using HTTP. It is done by web server. B. Helps uniquely identify a computer on the internet. in the internet, uh, there should be identifier identify each computer uniquely. So it is done by the IP address. So C, every email that is sent passes through a series of this type of services along its way to its independent recipient. To sending emails, the answer is mail server. Mail server. D. Unwanted email messages. When we receive unwanted email messages, we say it and spam mail. It is a spam mail. Now it is consider the spreadsheet. Now the fourth question is in spreadsheet. In spreadsheet is used to do use for calculation, and here we have given a description of the prices of model A and model B, and the laptop computer price, bag and mouse device, and the total is given. And next then they have shown the total including delivery cost and the delivery charge. Um, let's read the question. The delivery cost is 350 rupees and cost is shown in cell B10. It is B10. Total and the total including delivery cost are to be calculated for the two models. A. Write down the formula that should be entered in cell B6 to calculate the total for model A. Model A total, you have to find the, you have to write the function. It is B6. B6 here. Uh, to get the total, what is the function? Can you remember? It is equal sum and open brackets. You have to give the cell range and close bracket. It is equal sum. So how we also we have to add the correct cell addresses. So equal sum equal sum B3 to B5. E3 equal sum B3 to B5. Here equal sum B3 to B5. In the meantime, here look at the answers. You have just to write the answers in Excel. Equal sum B3 to B5. So as a description to learn these concepts, I have prepared an Excel sheet. Yes, here total to get the total, what you have to do, you have to enter equal sum B3 to B5, equal sum B3 to B5. In your O-level Sri Lankan O-level paper, you know you no need to do the practical things, but you have to write the formula directly. But for the understanding purposes, I have shown this to you. The total is equal sum. Here you can do it again. Equal sum, open bracket, then select the cell B3 to B5. Then you will get the answer. Here in the formula bar, you can see the formula. It's the formula bar. You can see the formula. The answer is taken. Let's next move to the second part. Here, B. If the formula is copied to cell C6, what value will be displayed? It is moved to C6. So here you have to find the answer in C6. They ask not the formula but the value. They ask uh, the value will be displayed in C6. Here the sum of these two numbers will be the answer. Sum of 71,100 and 1,750 and 500. Here the addition of these three answers will be answer for B. So that is 73,250. 73,250. Uh, let's see in the Excel sheet. Yes, it is. You have to add the formula is equal sum C3 to C5. When you enter, you can see the 73,250. C. Write down two formulae that can be written in cell B7 to calculate the total including delivery cost using only cell addresses, functions and arithmetic operator. Write down two formulae that can be written in cell B7. You have to calculate total including delivery cost using only cell addresses and functions and arithmetic operator. Here you have to find what you have to do. You have to sum these you need to get the addition of these three and also the addition with the B3, B10. Here again I'll discuss you with you to get the total including delivery cost it B7. What we have to do, we have to get the sum of B3, B4 and B5 and also the B10 uh, and so what would be the answer? It is equal sum B3 to B5 and also you have to select B10 to get only the B10 cell we have to put the dollar sign. That means to when the copying this function to not move the cell to other cell. It is called reference cell addressing. Reference cell addressing. For reference cell addressing, we have to use B10. That means not to when we copy the formula, not to move the this cell. We have to put the dollar sign. It is reference cell. So the answer is equal sum B3 to B5 and dollar B10. So you have to answer in there are two you need to do. You have to give two answers for this question. Uh, Mm. Uh, uh, so what is the second method of writing the formula? Uh, or you can write equal sum B3, comma, B4, comma, B5, comma, and dollar B10. Dollar $10. One way of answering is shown here, and the other way is uh, equal sum. Let's do it with the Excel. The second way of finding the answer, equal sum this value B3, B4, B5 and B10. To get the only this value, when copying the function, you can put the dollar sign. So you can get the answer in both methods. Then you can see the function here. B, here the function equal sum, open bracket, B3, B4, B5 and comma $B, $10. The next part, if the formula in cell B7 was copied to cell C7 and value shown in cell C7 was 73,600. What formula is in cell C7? When we copy it, you can see the answer is equal sum. See, it is moving, so the function become equal sum C3 to C6 plus $B, $10. Equal sum C3 to C6 plus $B, $10. Let's see from this spreadsheet. Here, equal sum C3 to B3 close bracket plus, let's do it again like this. Yeah, we have to select this C3 to C5 close bracket, then let me put the comma here. We will get the answer. Yeah, equal sum look at the formula. Hope you can understand it. Yeah, when the formula is copying, it is not in B10, it is not taking the next cell, but the B10. Oh, it become wrong. What happened? Is the formula equals sum C3, C5, $B, $10. Let's move to the next question. That is a PowerPoint part. Consider the presentation software slide layout shown as A to D. Identify the correct name of each layout from the list of names given below and write it. A is a title slide. In presentation software, A is a title slide. B is to content. B is to content. C is a blank. D is title only. D is title only. B, you have which of the following views is the most suitable to arrange the possible of positioning of slides? To positioning of slides, we have to use the slide sorter view. Slide sorter view. You can see here it is the slide sorter view. For positioning, you can use the slide sorter view. Oh, now it is comes to the DBMS part, database management system. The fifth question. Assume that the following is a part of the relational database of a business information system. This business has shops in certain schools in different part of the country. Here is the sales table, category table, and the branch table. In the sales table, first we look at the branch table. There's a name, shop ID, and the category. In the category, you can see there are 3 categories and the items. And the sales table, it shows the how much you have sold in each month. The student can you say understand here a month, shop ID, and the sales. So in January, in shop 1 has sales to 12,400. That means it shows how they have sales. So the sales table show the quantity, the price, the total of the sales for each month in each shop. First question: write down 2 primary keys and their respective table names. So, what is a primary key? The primary key is used to identify a record uniquely. The primary key is used to identify a record uniquely in a table. So let's see here in branch table. So what is the primary key? This record can be identified uniquely by the shop ID. So in the branch table, shop ID is the primary key. Branch table, shop ID is the primary key. In the category table, the category is the primary key. Category table, category is the primary key. You have to note down only two, but if we go into the sales table, the month and the shop ID, both composite key, month and the shop ID both will be primary keys. Yeah, sales table, month and the shop ID is the primary key. You can give only two of these to as the answer. Write down two foreign keys and their respective table names. What is foreign key? Foreign key, a primary key of other table become the foreign key of the second table, and it builds the relationship among the tables. The foreign key, one attribute of one table. The primary key of one table become the foreign key of another table, and it builds the relationship between the tables. It is foreign key. Uh, what table? So foreign key here, what are the foreign keys we can see? Here, category. The primary key of the category table become the foreign key of the branch table. So here you can see a primary key, a foreign key. The primary key of the category in category table becomes the foreign key of the branch table. So you have to write only the foreign key here. Branch table category is the foreign key. Here you can see the shop ID. And in the branch table, the primary key, shop ID, become the foreign key of the sales table. So in the sales table, foreign key is shop ID. Sales table, foreign key is shop ID. In the sales table, foreign key is shop ID. Then the third question. What table should be modified to include the telephone number of each shop? We have to include the telephone number. It should be come into under the branch. It is a feature of a branch. So it is come into the branch table, the telephone number. Which table should be joined to run a query to find out the total sales at ABC? Total sales of ABC. Which table should be joined? So you have to join branch table and the sales table. Branch table and the sales table. Here what you need is what table should be joined to find the total sales of ABC. Here ABC. Here it shows the uh, sales January, March, and February. These two are joined with the foreign key. So here, what you need to join this branch table and the sales table to get the answer. 4. Answer 4. Here, sales table and branch table. Let's move to part 4. Assume that a new shop with shop ID 4 selling milk and photocopy. In 4, they selling milk and photocopy is open at HIJ College. What table need to be updated to include the given information? So what tables? We have to include the category and the information of this new college. So we have to update the category table as milk and photocopy, and also the branch table with the information of HIJ college. So what are the table, they ask in the fourth question, they ask only the table names. So branch table and the category table is the answer. When we move to the sixth one, write down the newly added records. Write down the newly added record. Here in category table, it comes as a D, milk and photocopy. Milk and photocopy. In branch table, it comes as HIJ College 004 and category becomes D. So here is the answer shown. Yes, that's it. Is the end of the fifth question. Yes. Now it's yes. It is the sixth question. It is the sixth question. Here in sixth question, you have given uh, yeah, you can here you can see the sixth question. A team who participate in developing a school management system listed some of the activities they carried out with to A respect A to G below. The phases of the system development life cycle that was used are labeled from P to U. Identification of requirements, planning, implementation, testing and debugging, deployment and maintenance. Here you have to match with the activities. They have given the activities A, B, C, D, E, F and G. In meeting the principal, teachers and librarian and the other to identify the current process. So in the identification of the requirements, we do the collecting information from the principal, teacher and the librarian, and the next one D, collecting samples of test mark, that is document sampling, and the interviewing the CD and E. E is interviewing the principal, librarian, and the sectional head. So CDE is doing in the requirement gathering phase to identify the domain. To identify the domain, we have to use the interviewing, document sampling, prototyping, those methods to identify the requirement. So here answer for P is CDE. Then planning solution. For planning solution, for R, the answer is B. What is R? The implementation of solution, for implementation of the solution, we convert the design of the process and database model and user interfaces into software program. It is answer, it is B. S, answer is G. For S, answer is G. S. Testing and debugging. For testing and debugging in the system due to an error being pointing out by the librarian. T, answer is A. For T, deployment, A, using the existing manual system and the newly developed system in parallel for 3 months. U, answer is F. U, answer is F. Then identify the activities that have the list 3 employment opportunities in the ICT field. The employment opportunities in ICT field, software engineering. The software engineer is the person who do software development. The software engineer. The project manager is the person who manage the resources of the computer projects. So it's another employment opportunity is project manager. Then database administrator who look after the database. So he is the database administrator. And And the network administrator who look after the network is the network administrator. In the last part, X, Y, Z. The X is individual component of a software are tested separately to check if the function properly. It is the testing individual component is a unit testing. X answer is unit testing. Why? End users test the systems to evaluate whether the system is suitable. The testing of by the end user is called acceptance testing. The, the people who are using the system at the domain. As example, the principal in the school, principal and the teachers uh, are in the school domain, and finally they are evaluate whether the system is suitable for them. It is called as acceptance testing. So so answer for Y is acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is answer for Y. Is it? Individual component of the software are combined and tested. After testing each unit by unit testing, then the system will be testing combinedly for the after integration of each unit. So it is called integration testing. It is called integration testing. Is it? Answer is integration testing. Uh, for for the discussion of the next question, I will be join with you with my next video, part 3. Thank you for joining. Uh, thank you.